Live by the goop, die by the goop. Were y'all ready for the orders today? We're gonna move planes here in a little bit, so we'll get it.
Oh, hi, what's up?
We're gonna open the doors up and move planes first thing and get it over with. So this 10 over here is coming out up the hill. We got a sling that's got to go down the hill to the body shop, and then we got a primed airplane coming from the body shop into the paint booth. You guys stay on the Lance Air. So I'm thinking this would be a pretty big push today to try to get cleared. We want it to be pretty clean. So let's just push, get it ready to put base on, and then we'll sweep and squeegee tonight. That way tomorrow we can come in and be a lot cleaner, everything will be settled down. We can just start clearing this thing first thing in the morning. I have your parks and everything set up already, ready to go. We are back, first full week of 2026. I'm excited. The holidays were great, but we are ready to rock and roll. We've got it all behind us. We've already got the Lance Air ready to go in the booth. We're gonna start clear coating that thing. The RV-10 that we just finished clearing is getting assembled, and you will see that airplane put together in its full glory very, very soon. And then right behind that, we've got another RV-10 going in the booth with a real cool paint scheme. So we've got to get it primed and get a coat of base on there, fix any imperfections. We're gonna be doing that. And yeah, just keeping the big projects moving along. PC9's moving, body shop's kicking butt over there trying to turn us some airplanes through. They got the sling in there in work, and they're working hard on that. So big week. Every week's a big week here at Evoke. We're trying to push more airplanes through this year. We've got a huge wait list we're working through, and really we just want to take care of our customers, but ultimately we got to make sure that quality is first. So that Evoke quality that we're known for is the foundation, and we're just going to keep pushing. I am rambling. If you made it this far, cool, man. Cool, good for you. Let's go.
Let's look at some cool airplanes.
Yeah.
That's for the young subscribers right here. Call you Jimmy the way you buff it. I was working on that one earlier. Hey Jonathan, it's question of the week.
Huzzah, question of the week.
So earlier in the video you were talking about getting through our wait list, which is quite apropos because somebody wants to know at what point during the build process would you recommend they start thinking about paint and getting on that paint schedule of ours?
The answer is get on the list as soon as possible. So a lot of our airplanes that are on our paint list are still building their aircraft. So you want to get on there and then kind of work your name toward the top of the list. You're going to get priority as the years go by, and then when you finish your build, you'll have first available spot to come into the booth, hopefully. So get on the list as soon as possible. One reason, just to get on there and be in line when your time does come up and when you're done with your aircraft. But for the second reason, while you're building your airplane, you can go ahead and start working on your design. So you start doing your design with us early in the build, and then when you have to make decisions like what color my valve cover is going to be, or my engine block, what color prop tips, interior, that sort of thing, all those decisions can be made, and you can use that design service that we've got. So start early in the build, and also you can get a really cool picture of what your aircraft is going to look like. So when you've got those tough days and maybe you don't want to work on your airplane, you can at least look at a cool picture of what it's going to look like for a little bit of motivation. So get on the list sooner than later. You're not losing anything.
And obviously we only do completed airplanes. What are all the requirements for us to bring in an airplane?
So you want to make sure that you get at least the 40 hours on there. We recommend closer to 80 to 100 flying hours on the aircraft. Basically,
why?
You're going to be shaking out the airplane. So any issues that come up with it, fuel leaks, any kind of movement in the composites, if anything wants to crack because it's got stress on it, a lot of times that's going to happen in the first 80 to 100 hours. So you'll see if there's a little bit of tension on your wingtips or tension on your wheel pants, those things are going to crack and kind of settle in place, and then you can make those adjustments. And then also those fuel leaks are going to show up and anything else along the way. We have a lot of aircraft where they start flying and then they have to install cowl flaps or louvers or something to adjust temperatures if they're getting too hot, or and all that stuff's going to happen during the break-in period and shaking that airplane out.
Awesome, and that was many questions of the week.
We made it through it. We made it through it. What's up, guys? Thursday morning here. We've got to move some planes around. We've got an airplane getting based. Basically, we've got this RV10 just came out of the body shop. We're going to finish basing out, punching the color in on that. What we'll do is put down a color first, and then we'll come back and fix any imperfections before we start to put the final color, a base coat on there. So sealer, base coat on that. We've got the Lancers ready to move out of here and just letting that thing dry. And a drop-off today. So we got a drop-off, brand new, freshly built airplane ready to come in. So we're going to be going over that with the customer, reviewing it, taking a look at the design, and going over the airplane itself, picking out any imperfections and kind of marking things that the customer may want to change and work on while it's here. So big day. Let's get it.
Dwight's coming in too, isn't he?
Oh, and Dwight is making an appearance. He's going to be picking up his RV10 that we finished touching up and dropping off his 14 again. Him and his brother, they're going to be flying that airplane to the West Coast. So I think we're waiting for a good weather window, but they're going to leave the 14 and fly the 10 out of here. So big day, big day.
So I know it's like literally like a multi-hour process, but what all goes into a drop-off?
A lot. We talk about the design. We go over any final design changes to really make sure the customer is okay with what they're moving forward with. With some of these customers, it's been years since they've seen the design, and we just want to revisit things to make sure your mind hasn't changed. Second thing we talk about is colors. So you get a pretty good idea of what the colors are going to look like on the design just from the rendering, but in reality, things look a little different. So I come prepared to these meetings with several different paint swatches already picked out, so you can look at what the colors look like in person. We look at them in the building, we look at them in the hangar, and we look at them outside in the sun, because in every three locations, in each of those locations, it looks different. Another thing we talk about is placards. Whether or not you want no step or no push or fuel placards or anything else, we want to make sure we have all the final details selected for the paint scheme. And the last thing we talk about are wing walks. So we do have the capability of doing completely custom wing walks since they are painted. So we want to present you with several different options of what that can look like and get your opinion on what you want to move forward with. So the last thing we actually go over is looking at the airplane in person. I advise people to come with a list of concerns, if you have any, whether it be the fiberglass or some metal work that you're concerned about, or you have questions if we can fix. So we grab some of our team members, we come out and look at the plane. Sometimes it can be the most stressful process because you've spent years working on your build and now here we are picking it apart, but it helps create a really good understanding of what we're going to do to your plane after you leave. For this one, this is an incredible build. Even though the customer didn't think so, I guess you are your own worst critic. The metalwork is immaculate, the fiberglass is really good. And this is a great example of, you know, a really good build that we really like to see here at Evoke.
He put 13 years into this.
He did. And some people are able to do it shorter. Some people just have the extra time to spend on these, but not everyone does. You know, if you have 12 hours after work to spend building an airplane, then congrats, but not all of us do. So yes, this one did take him a while, but you can definitely tell he spent a lot of time really putting in a lot of love in this plane, and it definitely looks it. So one of the more notable things that I pay attention to in a drop-off are gaps. You know, gaps here on the cowling, separating the upper and the lower cowling. And I pointed it out to him that his gaps were really nice, almost like too nice. And he actually mentioned to us that he did talk to us a couple years at Oshkosh, and he asked what we recommended for the width of these gaps. And we told him about the thickness of a 3M cutting wheel. And that's exactly what he did. And it turned out beautifully.
I can't wait to see how this one turns out. Haven't we moved enough airplanes this week?
Well, it's the last one.
We're getting out of here. It's been a great week. We got a lot accomplished this week. We've got basically everything we wanted to get done. The airplanes are moved, everything's back home. We're ready for another one to come in, and we've got drop-offs coming next week. We've got a lot of stuff coming, and we are, I wish there were more days in the week, but we're here. It's Friday, and we got as much done as we can. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. If you made it this far, oh my gosh, I don't know why. Thank you for hanging around. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, make your family watch it. I don't know. We'll see you next time. Booyah!